What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Now, this was going to be a completely different type of video on the channel than the usual stuff that you guys will be seeing. So I know this one's not going to get that many views, but I think this should help a lot of people to make their games or make whatever they're doing, their listening experience, so much better. Especially Forza Horizon 5. Forza Horizon 5, when it came out, the car sounds were so much better than the previous games, but they still sounded flat for me, and I still thought that there was still a big improvement that they needed to be able to make the cars sound a lot better. So instead of waiting for them to do anything about it, I decided to go and try to do something myself, and I tried to change a bunch of different types of settings to make the game sound better. And that's what I'm going to be talking to you guys about in this video, and how you can do the same thing that I did to make the games, not just Forza Horizon 5, but any game that you play, any music that you listen to, just sound overall better. So that's what's happening in today's video. So here I am on my desktop, and I'll show you guys exactly the process that I've done to be able to do what I'm doing right now. Now, first of all, let's say right now, because I'm playing Forza Horizon 5 on PC, as you can see here, I have it on PC. This is what I play it on my main platform. Now, you may have a console. Let's say you're playing it on your Xbox or something, and you know you play it on a monitor. If you play it on a monitor and you still have a PC next to you, then that's even better. That this will work for you as well, and I'll include an extra step for that. If you're playing exclusively on PC, this should have a lot less steps than that, but like I said, I'll do the same thing. If you're playing exclusively on a TV with your Xbox, I can't really help you. You need a PC for this. This is the only way that this thing will work, right? Is because there are things on your PC to be able to make your headphones sound better. So let's get started. Now, over bottom right, as you can see, these are my headphones that have been plugged in. If I right click on them and you click on sounds, or even sound settings, actually, if you go to sound settings, you should have this thing open up here, and you can see my headphones are selected and my master volume is here. But you don't really want to go into this. You want to go into sound control panel, which is why I said right click and then go into sounds, because it'll bring up this small little control panel here. Now, in this control panel here, if you go to playback and you go and you select your headphones, as you can see, these are the active ones that I have on now. There's a bunch of different things that I have here. Like these are my monitors, and then I have a bunch of other stuff around the place. This is the headset. They're wireless headphones, so they have a mic built in. I disabled the headset part because it sounds awful. But these are the headphones that I'm using right now. Yours could be wired. You could have them plugged in. I've done the same thing for the speakers as well, which is basically I have a set of surround sound speakers also hooked up to my my PC, and sometimes I plug my headphones in to the actual port where my speakers are, so it still plays through my headphones, but they still sound amazing. Now, if I have my headphones connected to my PC like a normal person, you can double click on these and you should have this open up. And if you go to levels, obviously you just have your volume levels of your headphones. If you go to enhancements, this is where the first step comes in. Make sure you have everything disabled here except for bass boost. Now, have bass boost selected, and then if you go into settings, you see what I've done with mine is my frequency, which is the lowest that you can select here. I set to 50 hertz and I boosted it by 6 decibels. Now, this will bring the lows up a little bit more, so everything has a little bit more bass, and you will need this especially after the next step that I show you, because everything it gets a little bit louder in the higher ends with the next step, and you definitely need a little bit more bass to kind of counter that and have it so it sounds a little bit more balanced. So this is what I've done. Just brought this to 50 hertz, and then I boosted by 6 decibels, and that's pretty much it. And then you just click OK, and it selects it. And then you just select this, and then that's it. Virtualization, keep that off. Loudness equalization, keep that off as well. And the next thing you go into is advanced. Make sure your default format is set as high as possible, up until the point where you cannot change it anymore. I think if you have wired headphones, you're able to actually change this to a lot higher than 44,000 or 44 kilohertz, basically. I think you can change it to 48 kilohertz or something like that, which my headphones can do if I have them plugged in with a cable, but now they're through Bluetooth, so they can't do that. Both of these are enabled for me. Depends if you have any other device that changes the settings for your headphones. I always keep these enabled. I just feel like they're very, very useful. You can just change the volumes and change the settings for your headphones through other apps as well if you have, you know, done that in the past. And now spatial sound is the one thing that I turned on for the first time maybe like a month ago, and then I haven't turned it off since because it's very, very good. And this makes a huge difference. So what I've done is just selected it. Yours should start off as off. All you do is just select the Windows Sonic for headphones, and that's it. That is everything that I've done to make my sound better. Now that is basically a virtualized surround sound for your headphones, so you'll be able to hear basically bits in games. For example, like in Forza Horizon 5, I'm able, when you're playing the Eliminator, you can very clearly hear things in the distance, things behind you, things above you, things below you. It's the same when I'm playing Call of Duty, same as everything else, CSGO, whatever. I'm able to hear things in specific places much more clearly than normal. And then, like I said, with the bass added onto it, it increases the lows and it makes everything sound much better. Now, the next step, I don't know if this is going to do anything to my audio, but hopefully it doesn't. The next step for, like, that's it. By the way, for if you're playing on PC, that's all you have to do. The next thing, you just launch the game, you play the game, that's pretty much it. If for whatever reason it disables, you could just right click here and then you can see where the spatial sound is and you can just select it. The Dolby Access and the DTS Sound Unbound, you actually have to download these from the Microsoft Store. I haven't actually tried them. They probably could be a little bit better, but for right now, I really like the way they sound, so I'm just going to keep the Windows Sonic for headphones because they're already installed on my computer. Now, like I said, that's pretty much it. If you're playing on PC, if you have your games on PC or whatever, that's it. Now, if you're playing on console, and let's say you have a monitor, and you're playing on your monitor on console, or even a TV, let's say, but you also have a PC right next to you, and let's say, you know, maybe you want to listen to music at the same time as you're playing the games, or at the same time as you're doing something else, you can definitely do that. You can very easily do that, and I'll show you guys exactly how. So with this same panel, you can still right click and open up on sounds. So this is, like I said, just an extra step. You don't have to do this, but I'm just saying you should, because it makes a huge difference and it makes everything so much easier. This is how I used to record my videos all the time when I was on console. It's just so much easier. So on the PC, you should have a port in the back where you have a thing called line in. So if I scroll down to this, you should have this panel right here where it says line in rear audio panel. Now this is just a normal 3.5mm aux input. That's pretty much it. That's all it is at the back. Plug that, get like a double-ended like aux cable, plug one end in the back of your PC and then another one into your TV or your monitor's headphone out, basically, port. So that means that all the audio now that goes into your monitor or your TV will also come out of your headphone jack on your PC. Or the headphone jack of your monitor, which then will go back into your PC, and you'll be able to hear stuff going on in the game when your headphones are actually connected to your PC and not your screen. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So you're playing on console, HDMI goes into your TV, audio comes out of your TV through the headphone port and goes into your PC. And then if you just connect your headphones to your PC, you'll be able to hear the game. You'll be able to hear, let's say, a Discord. If you have Discord open, you'll be able to watch YouTube videos at the same time as when you're playing the games. You're able to do pretty much whatever you want to do, right? It's just an extra little step where it's just an audio cable and that's it. Now, after you've done all that, after you plugged everything in, right click on this and then go into properties. And then this is the most important part. Go into listen and make sure you listen to this device. That's it. And then select your default playback device or your headphones or whatever you select. And then just make sure that this is selected, or else you won't be hearing it in your headphones. And that's pretty much it. Now you should be able to hear everything that you're doing on console at the same time as all the things that you're doing on your PC, because all of the audio is now going into your PC to be able to do all this. That's it. Hopefully this video helped. It's a little bit of a different one. It's a little bit of a weird one, but hopefully it helped. Again, like I said, the sounds are completely different in games now. It just makes sense to have the sounds like this now. I think initially when I first started using it, it was just a little bit odd, a little bit weird to use, and it just made the sounds kind of weird. But after a little while, I got used to them, and it's just, everything is just so much better. And of course, if you don't want to do that, you can just reset everything to the way it was before, turn stuff off and just don't do it. But I definitely do think that this makes a big difference. So I did ask you guys if you want to hear or see how I've done this, and I've had a few people reply with yes. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll continue back with the Forza videos and other type of content related to racing from tomorrow on. But I just thought that this was kind of an informative video that I wanted to put out to you guys. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.